Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the world, one region, one state, one territory, area, governorate, province, county, whatever you call the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth, one by one on GeoGuessr. And, well, the objective of this series is, well, first of all, to see places I've never been to and probably will never go to, and second, hopefully having a bit of fun or seeing some interesting places while doing so. And finally, try to play a perfect game of 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in whatever area I am in at any given time. If I succeed in doing so, that's the last you'll see of that area in the series. And if I fail in doing so, then you might see it again at a later date. Today is one that is likely not to be a perfect game. We are going into the Sangre Grande region of Trinidad and Tobago. And, well, as you can see, the coverage is a little sketchy, which is only to be expected because this is not official Street View coverage. This is all third-party coverage done by, well, whoever has bothered to do it. Now, Sangre Grande is the largest region of Trinidad and Tobago. It covers 927 square kilometers. And all the way back in 2011, it had a population of about 75,500 people. And it's about time you get a new census going, I guess, Trinidad and Tobago. And the capital of the area is the city of Sangre Grande, which has a population of 20,710 in 2011. So 15 years since the last census. That needs to be updated. So yeah, what are my expectations here? My expectations are quite simple. This will be hard. So there's basically no reason to stall it any longer. Let's just get with it. I'm just going to make a challenge out of this thing, and just going to save the link to the challenge in the document I use for keeping these links, so I can post it in the description section of the video, and you can have a go at this game yourself and see if you can beat me, preferably before watching me trying to do this thing. Right, and you can possibly see that the imagery is a bit jittery while I'm moving around here. So let's see what the speed is like. Oh, this is going to take a while. Okay, anyway, so we're heading eastwards. And so it could either be somewhere here, or possibly within... No, I don't think we're on the Eastern Main Road. It doesn't really look like a road like that. And that was a substation we were at. Let's see, maybe... Does it come with a name? Oh yes, it does. The North something substation. Well, that was very helpful. North something substation. That's Arima. We did Arima in the previous episode. Well, I guess it could also be all the way along the north shore here as well. Although to the north we got hills, so I don't think that is the case. Okay, so what else can we glean here? It's a rather twisty road. How about... Wait a minute, when it says north, we could well be... We could well be in the northern parts of the region. So, okay, so let's see if we can find some other information here. Oh, intersection. Can we read any of it? That's the next question, and then the answer is a big fat no. That's, of course, also the big issue with the third-party coverage, that the quality of the footage is generally quite poor. I don't think we're here. So how about if we look down here then? Let's see, now we're heading eastwards. We could... Now we got this intersection we are at as well. It kind of seems like a fairly substantial intersection. Saipia. Could possibly this be it? Okay, let's head in the opposite direction here. This one is a real stumper. We'll get it right eventually, but I didn't expect this one to have me that flustered. It's probably the wrong way to go. Okay, so here we're going slightly northeast. Okay, So really starting to wonder about the compass of this car. So, yeah, we'll just have to soldier on, I guess. It's a lovely day, though. So, but let's see, an 80 kilometers an hour speed limit is not very promising about finding out anywhere. Let's see what the construction ahead. Okay. So we were at North Orpuche substation. What is this then? Slow construction zone. Okay. Now I just want a proper hint about where we are. What are you guys constructing here then? Well, this was certainly not quite what I expected out of this map. Well, yeah, it's lovely and lush and green. But where on earth are we headed? It kind of works with the Valencia road. But the thing is... Oh, hang on. You bastard. There you are. That's the substation. And we are here, aren't we? Let's see, looking straight south here. We're looking at a building under construction, which is between these two. This should be a good placement. Well, I have to say that is probably among the worst faulty locations I've seen, because that was definitely here. I'm not going to budge on that. We were not here, because this is where the roundabout was. So yeah, okay, that means I'm going to green light this one if I'm not doing myself terribly out of whack about where I am on some rounds. Okay, different provider of footage. This looks fairly atrocious. Northwest, that's fairly good. chance we're on. Let's see. Yeah, and then we're on this stretch. And it looks like we got a really messed up bit of resolution here. So, whoops. Wanted to see what it said on that yellow sign there. Orange rather. Plenty 20 up ahead. Now open, okay. What else? Sangre Grande. Okay, I'm going to take that as a hint that we are approaching Sangre Grande. We'll see. Extra food, parking for over 300 cars. That's the extra foods down there. So, let's see. Hopefully that means we've passed this bend. Well, everything suggests that we have. Because now we are at the shops. We got the secondary school up here. Guayco Secondary School. Okay, let's have a look beyond us in the opposite direction. It's hard telling how far we've gone. Yeah, we're quite a lot closer to this bit than we are to that bit. That much is certain. I thought that bush was, as I was approaching it, I thought it was a man carrying bananas. But no. Oh man. Yeah, we're quite a distance from that bend. So what can I do to make the counting ordeal here less of an ordeal? Let's see. Well, okay, this will take a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip that. We're going to do a long count for once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 to here. Let's see now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. So that's 6. Okay. So if that is 6, then that is 6 that way. 6, 12, double that. And we're roughly there. Oh, fair enough. Next one. Oh, wow. Okay, heading up into the boonies. All right. Yeah, I have a strong feeling that was somewhere up in this corner. Yes, we are. So we're on the north side. So we're somewhere. Let's see, we could be over here somewhere. There's quite a lot of road that goes close to the shore. So let's see now. So we're looking southwest. Yeah, there's also plenty of locations. So let's just see if we can pin something here. The road's going off to the sides. Whoa. Okay, suddenly the road turned a little scary. somewhat dodgy. Ooh. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for it to take a turn like that. So could we be sort of like all the way out here? It certainly does a lot of twist and turning at least. It feels like we're turning away from the sea. What, did we even go southeast for a moment? The only place where we would do that is over here. But then we would be... Okay, and then we're going south. Well, we could actually be over here. That would make a whole lot more sense, actually. If we came around that bend. Let's see if when the road does... So let's say over here now. Then there should be a house right on the road. Or a building here, but I can't spot it. But going across a bridge. And then we're heading up like so. No, it doesn't seem right. Now we go northwest. Don't think we're all the way down here either. Okay, let's just continue until we find a sign. It's a beautiful day in the tropics, but it's also somewhat frustrating one. And these roads are an adventure all in themselves. Kind of curious seeing how many lodges and stuffs there are here, but we're probably well inland by now. So I'm thinking, let's just put a checkpoint here and we'll head back to start. The road is much nicer here. So let's see if there's anything to be found up it. Going northeast, almost turning northerly along the coast. So we have this one as an option. This one. This one. Yeah, there are only a couple of places actually when they are around here, but well, I guess we could. No, we never went that way. Nuh-uh. Okay, here's a building. But we need some signs. That's a serious array up there. And oh, this is helpful. Or should be helpful at least. So, it doesn't really look like it's there. And so we're coming up this way. No. That doesn't... There's so many things that don't really add up. And I like to think that I'm decent at math. Let's see. Where am I? But man, this place is lush. Let's see, so we're looking northeast towards now at Upper Monterey. We could be coming up to Grand Riviere. We could be coming up on Toco and Petit Trou, but I don't think so. I think Grand Riviere is the most likely. So that depends now if we're coming up on this place. The road should be straightening out somewhat. But if that is right, we should have been down here by Easy Breezy. And the direction here is kind of right. And then we get buildings. We could now be entering Grand Riviere. It's looking increasingly likely, if you ask me. With all these houses. I just want one bit of confirmation. Okay, we're crossing the river. Eastwards. Could be running here. Or are we? No, we're at Toco. So let's see, so we're gonna be, now I should be seeing some resorts and stuff. Hear something. Grand Riviere. Visit to center, I think. Okay, and that tells me we should be around here. Yep, we are. Can we spot the building? We cannot. But we are fairly close to this bend. So I would say, given that we have this wall here, well, we're actually... I'm gonna say we're here. That's definitely not right. Yeah, so we now know that this red car is way off when it comes to the geolocations. So, and here we go again. This time, seemingly in a different area. Ooh, this is... Ooh, yikes. Okay, so... No, what direction did we start in? So we start going northeast. Going across this bridge. We're heading eastish. And now... Okay. That suggests... Not here. I don't know what that suggests. I guess we could have been somewhere here as well. Going uphill probably isn't the best way of finding stuff, but we'll see what we can find eventually. Woo! that was an abrupt jump. Okay, but if an abrupt jump is what will give us information, I'm quite happy with it. Wow. Boom. Huh. Okay. So where are we now? Heading northeast. Let's just have the name of a resort or a business or something. See the stuff coming up over here. Road works. Well, I hope the road works. Because otherwise this is going to be a rather messy one in the end. Not legible. So running northeast through something. Don't think we're there. So could we possibly... No, I don't think we're running through Matura either. We're not in Montevideo. Could we be in Petit Trou? Doubt it. Huh. Another tough one to call. That looks like a school. And the low quality of the... Oh, gods. It says government, but what does it say otherwise? I don't think it's a... I don't think it says Salibia, but actually it could. It would make sense though. It would make an awful lot of sense if it was. If that is the case, we were around there. Let's see now. So if we are at Salibia, we got this turn here. And we also have a road going up here. Now we're going to go around the bend and we'll come to Playa del Este and some other stuff. And I think it's at the... was at the Crab Minimart. Also sign on the crab. Well, I am going to say that this is Salibia, and we are... Let's see, we're heading northeast here. Right. Northeast, go around the bend. Going eastwards. Turning northwards. The only way I can square this is that we're there. Doesn't quite add up though. You can see we can definitely go northeast. So I guess we ought to be here. Gonna be 500 meters off, given that it is this red car. Yep, told you. So, well, and here we are again. Red car. Okay, where are you taking us now then? Are we in the same general area? Or are we something entirely different? Somewhere entirely different? I really don't like these jumps. Let's see, so here we're heading north. Are we? No, it's not the same location, but there's some serious terms going on here. And we're heading in a generally southwesterly direction. So this time I think it's more likely that we are somewhere up here, although the road doesn't seem bad enough or narrow enough to me. Just, ooh, imagine the humidity and the heat here. It's got to be an absolute baker. So now, oh, and then we went straight north again. I mean, it's possible that we are in this area. Like, for instance, we're here. Doesn't seem that likely, though. Particularly not with the road going like that. Whoa, that looked like an impenetrable thicket. Impenetrable, I mean. So we got northeast, and then we got hairpin taking us down west. I think I'm going to go back to start and head the opposite direction. So we're going east, uphill. Slowly angling northeast. We got a house here. Well, not a house. We got digger, and then we got a house. So that doesn't really suggest that we're here. I like the idea of this area, but the road is in all the wrong directions. What does it say here? An infrastructure upgrade. Anyway, we're heading southeast into a settlement, and then we're taking an abrupt northerly tack. Okay, this got Montevideo. Okay. So yeah, so we are now in Montevideo, and so that means we're on one of these bends here. I think that one is the most likely. Let's see. So we're looking southwest-ish. Here we look northeast-ish. Let's see, and then we go eastwards. Along a bunch of smaller bends. Turning northerly again. Easterly, southeasterly. Long bend. Gonna have a tight one. Gonna have another tight one. Aren't we? And now we're approaching. Okay, so now we just entered. I think we must be here somewhere. Let's see, southwest, going around, northwest. Northwest, northerly. Let's see now. So here we are. So either here or here. Given that we were going straight north there, weren't we? I think I got you now. Ish. So I think we're here. I think. I have no idea if we are, but that's my best guess here. Dude. So that means I probably got this one way wrong, but I got it right somehow. Okay, so I did get a 5k here at least. But man, that was rough work. So yeah, and we got to see a lot of jungle and nothing of the town of Sangre Grande. That would have been nice to see some of that. Or some of the other towns. We did get the briefest glimpses of a Celibia. Other than that, well, it was overgrown and yeah. Well, interesting place, but I wish we would have seen more. But anyways, that's how it goes. So that is Sangre Grande done. And well, you won't be seeing that again in the series, given all the misalignments and misplaced geo locations. But no matter what, I'm glad that you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye bye.